Do you ever finish writing an email or sending a message and then reread it and think, wait, did I use the right tense there? Or maybe you're speaking in English and halfway through a sentence you freeze because you're not sure. Should I say I work or I worked? And the worst one? Have you ever confidently used a tense only for someone to correct you and you didn't even understand why you were wrong? Yeah, that feeling is exhausting. And honestly, it's one of the most common struggles I hear about. You're not alone in this. Even people who've been speaking English for years, people who feel confident, who write well, still mix up present and past tense more than they'd like to admit. It's not a beginner problem. It's a human problem. In this video, I'm giving you 7 tense mistakes that most people make and exactly how to fix them so your English sounds cleaner, more natural, and more confident. And here's why this actually matters more than people think. The tense you use tells the listener when something happened, but it also signals how well you control the language. Mixing up tenses, even slightly, can make your meaning unclear. It can make you sound uncertain even when you're not. And here's something that actually shocked me when I first read it. A study published by the University of Nottingham found that tense errors are among the top 3 grammatical mistakes that native speakers notice most when reading or listening to non-native English. That's not an opinion, that's science. So let's fix this, starting right now. Okay, so imagine you're telling a story about your day. Something happened this morning. You say, I go to the office and my boss tells me there's a meeting. Sounds natural, right? But here's the thing, if it already happened, you need past tense. I went to the office and my boss told me there was a meeting. The moment is over. It's done. Past tense is how you signal that to the listener. When you use present tense for finished events, it creates confusion. The listener doesn't know if you're talking about something that just happened or something that always happens. Now here's one that trips people up constantly. The difference between I work and I am working, both are present tense, but they mean completely different things. I work at a hospital means it's your job, it's regular, it's your routine. But I am working on a project right now means it's happening at this exact moment. It's temporary, it's in progress. So if someone asks what you do for a living, don't say I am working as a teacher, say I work as a teacher. And if someone asks what you're doing at this moment, don't say I work on a report, say I am working on a report. One small word changes the whole meaning. And listen, past tense has its own version of this. I worked at that company for 5 years, that's done, finished, over. But I have worked at that company for 5 years. That means you're still there, or it's still connected to your present. This is the present perfect, and I know it sounds complicated, but just remember, if it's completely finished with no connection to now, use simple past. If it has any link to the present, use have plus the past participle. Here's what most people miss about the words since and for. These 2 words are best friends with the present perfect tense, not simple past. So you wouldn't say I lived here since 2018, you'd say I have lived here since 2018. Because you're still here. The action started in the past and it's still going, since tells you the starting point, for tells you the duration. I've been learning English for 3 years. I've lived in this city since April. Both need have, every time. Okay, so picture this. You're writing a message to a colleague. You want to say that you checked something earlier today. A lot of people write, I checked the file and there is a problem. But that's wrong. It happened earlier, it's done. So it should be, I checked the file and there was a problem. When you're describing a completed action, even if it was just an hour ago, simple past is your go-to. Finished action, past tense, simple rule. Now here's the thing about negative sentences. A really common mistake is saying, I didn't went or he didn't came. I know why this happens. It feels like you need to show the past tense twice. But in English, when you use didn't, the main verb stays in its base form. So it's, I didn't go, he didn't come, she didn't finish. The didn't carries all the past tense information. You don't need to add it to the verb again. Trust me on this one. Once you get this into your muscle memory, your sentences will sound so much smoother. Here's another one. questions in the past tense. People often ask, did he went to the store? But again, same rule applies. Did already signals the past. So the verb goes back to base form. Did he go to the store? Did she call you? Did they finish the report? The did does the heavy lifting. The verb just follows in its simplest form. And this is the part nobody tells you. The present tense isn't just for right now. It's also used for facts, habits, and things that are always true. The sun rises in the east, water boils at 100 degrees. Marcus takes the train to work every day. None of these are happening right now as you watch this, but they're all present tense because they're ongoing truths or regular patterns. So if someone says, I used to take the train every day, that means they don't anymore. But I take the train every day means it's still their current habit. If this kind of practical English content is useful to you, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. There's a lot more coming on grammar, speaking, vocabulary, all of it practical, no fluff, and it's completely free. See you in the next one. Keep practicing. You've got this.